Joanne and I have invented a man, a Slovakian called Maciej Dobresh, and he's part of a project we've been partly working on called the European Union of Imaginary Authors. And we're going to swap around alternate verses, but quite interestingly, we're probably not, or partly going to be reading out what we've written ourselves, and partly reading what the other has written. So we can do it verse by verse. But first of all, we're actually going to tell you a little bit about our man.
So between periods of involuntary detention, Maciej Dobresh has published 49 books of poetry, many of them illustrated by his characteristic spindly ink drawings, for which he is best known in Slovakia. Inspiring a certain trepidation in the viewer, these drawings are symptomatic of de Trump syndrome, a periodic and collective form of insanity characterised in its manic periods by auditory and visual hallucinations of rational absurdity, similar to those brought on by heavy and prolonged consumption of diesel, not to feel a drink. A noted Anglophile, he has never visited England.
We're going to read three of his poems. This is the first one. It's called Eardrums Are Not Eardrums, after Thomas Campion. We are not honest for all our labours and prayers, for all these floating tongues in us. We are not beauteous, though grateful for these soft pillows, not honest nor beauteous unless they oil us. We will not barter our gentlemen. We shall spark that truth is no truth without surface.
You are not blessed for all your misfortune and regret, for all those fallen beginnings in you. You are not common, though knowing of rented sense, nor blessed nor common unless you settle me. I will not consider your boots. You shall ooze. That cake is not cake without turmoil.
I am not worse for all my cloth or wife, for all these travelled dreams in me. I am not soiled, though counselled by forged happiness, not worse nor soiled unless she tightens me. I will not eat her virtue. She shall caution that care is no care without measure.
And the second poem, Roasting One's Chestnuts. Roasting one's chestnuts frees one's nose of bad odours. Sugar, until it melts, smiles at a stranger, wellness impersonation. Relaxed, the house arrest bracelet slips free. But ornamental orange peeling grows very aggressive by the second round. Power jugglers scald hygiene from a mill. I was relaxed at the start, but transport is overrated.
The next novel reconstruction infers monkey breeders' dance. To shoo, beast, shoot, canine incident in a forest. To respond, start a city, a wild news wire. To flee one's behaviour, police animals, marry one's religion. To create the final stage, generate beautiful fundamentals in rural use. Weather August on a thicket.
Did the burial of the double bass involve people dressed as priests, organ players and grave diggers, the instrument on a hearse? Did granny weepers, hopelessly snowless, well wish my poems and masks? And did more than 40 mushers from 8 European countries eat our rich food, pig killing with rigidly clenched lips and slightly restrained zabini? Did somebody in Slovakia abuse my face to skip lunch, and was that somebody you?
To broadcast the better life work, vegetables, abuse meat, think Slovak sauces, quails, think cheeses, pork, and there's always just buns. To survive scientific experiments, look for male-heavy theatre, small ladies' cinema, have 15-minute flights. For dough, patronise some especially prime hotel robbery or long-list condom world clientele in red capital.
And poem 3. As I drank double espressos. As I drank double espressos in the shade outside store, the parade of fashionable women with their lapdogs and laptops lusted after my chestnut cheesecake. Illuminated by headless hats, I swallowed a slice with powdered moustache and wiped my mouth across my silver sleeve to disgust them all.
Still the castle squatted over the city swelter until lightning slashed its pronounced silhouette, keep of the golden treasury of Koshovis and the art of art lovers. Besieged by a jealous sky, the city poured into byways. I dripped into the galleria of socialist realism.
Every stroke of private feeling, equivocal smudges around the eyes. Every shade of public thought, a mouth of explicit driblets, small hand signals. Pictures of health and happiness, paintings with titles like The Industrialisation of Our Countryside oozed from the walls, so I escaped into the glittering sunshine, glimmering grey square.
Already at ease, the musicians had attracted a crowd. I nudged myself a seat beside a garish pair of puppets, no less garish than I in my motley, clown of the quotidian disaster. A foul-mouthed Russian lurched onto a stage of his own imagining. A fake-haired American leered into his camera, capturing a morsel of disordered flesh for consumption or ransom, mutually assured deconstruction.
I fled to the exquisite English tapestries in Prima Sialny Palace, which had me in mind of Marlowe, poor Marlowe, invited to a deadly feast in Dartford, his fate not will, and here the secret of Hero and Leander had laid hidden in the Hall of Mirrors until I disturbed it with my dank presence, like George Chapman lending his hand to completing the tale, interloper, interpreter.
Just George, who heard Homer's heroes sing in the Batrachomachia, another penniless poet in the city seeking a patron, croaking out his days. I glide off into Perspex fountains, sculptures celebrating black holes. In slow time, now the work I was to do is done. I weave ways out of these eternal prisons. Thank you.